One of my favorite types of videos to do is a video specifically to the unfaithful that's kind of a tip, a way of helping you not make the same mistakes that I made. If I can help minimize some collateral damage, if I can help you not cause any more harm, and if I can help you actually move the football of recovery or repair work down the field a little bit further and a little bit smoother and in a much more effective way, I feel like I've done my job. So today I want to give you a tip, a tool that you can use. Now, I will tell you on the front end, as an unfaithful, this is going to scare the hell out of you. It's very counterintuitive. It's not the way we think as unfaithful spouses, but we can train ourselves to think this way. 15 years later, it's still not necessarily the easiest thing, but it's so much easier than it's ever been. And it's a way that I can help Samantha feel safe. It's a way that I can help Samantha feel connected with me. And ultimately in recovery right now, for you, it can help you help your spouse who's been betrayed feel a little bit more safe and ultimately like you are getting it. A very popular, very well-known therapist and trainer of therapists, if you will, John Gottman, says the best time to work on your marriage is when things are going well. Now, we as unfaithful, we feel like, man, if we've had a good couple of days, if we've had a good month, we have a series or a list of don'ts that we live by. Don't rock the boat. Don't bring it up if you don't have to. Don't ruin a good day. Don't ruin a good night. Don't ruin the momentum that we have going. Don't ruin this opportunity for us to be physically intimate. Don't ruin this opportunity for the whole family to be enjoying the day. And so we really don't want to bring up the infidelity or the pain or the trauma because we feel like that is going to steal from the moment. It's going to ruin a perfectly good day or moment. And to be honest with you, that's not the truth. One of the best things that you can do as an unfaithful spouse is start to do recovery work or continue to do recovery work or initiate recovery work or, like I've been saying frequently, repair work when things are going well. You see, when things are going well and there's positive momentum and you initiate conversations like, so how are you doing with your thoughts? Or how have you been doing with maybe this chapter or this part of the boot camp, or hey, I'd like to talk a little bit tonight and just kind of connect with you and see how you're doing. Maybe see if you have any questions that you want to ask me, or let's do a chapter of this book. Let's talk about a chapter in that book that we're reading. When you as an unfaithful initiate recovery, you are communicating some things to your betrayed spouse or partner that are absolutely essential. I know, I can probably hear you saying, oh my gosh, Samuel, the last thing I want to do is ruin this perfectly good moment. And I get that there are times when you haven't had very many good moments at all and you're just having a good moment. And that might be early on within the first kind of couple of months. That might be just really when you're starting to get going. And I respect the fact that there are times that you say, man, I just hope we finish this day well. I just hope that we can make it through this conversation without it turning into a fiasco. I respect that, and that is more of the minority than what I'm talking about. I'm talking about there's been a few months or several months or maybe even a year or two and things are going well, and you're kind of like, man, we haven't had to talk about anything major. It's at that point that I want to encourage you as an unfaithful to start to generate conversations that will then create a few feelings. It will create a few reactions in your betrayed spouse's heart and mind. A few to start with is, number one, when you initiate these conversations, these repair work conversations, you are saying to your spouse or partner that they are more important than your own feelings, that they are more important than your shame, that you are concerning yourself with their hurt and their pain and their progress than just your good feelings, where there's no difficult conversations, there's no kind of palpable heat flashes internally because you are afraid you're going to talk about something that you've done. It says that you're not afraid to have the light shined upon you. It says that you're not intimidated by recovery discussions. It shows that you are not at any level going to be lost in your image and not going to be lost in, oh, here we go again, but you're actually secure. You're confident. You're man or woman enough to say, yeah, let's have these conversations. I want us to heal, not stuff it down. I want us to keep getting better and stronger and becoming more intimate than living in denial and sweeping it under the rug. You see, when we can foster these types of initiating conversations, we are communicating to the betrayed that we are getting healthy. We are facing the music, if you will. We are owning what we have done to our lives. We are deciding that we care more about the healing process than we do about the uncomfortable feelings that rage inside of us when we're terrified that you're going to bring up thoughts, triggers, reminders, our choices, what we've done, where we were today, accountability questions, all those things. When we as an unfaithful spouse initiate these conversations, when things are going well, the betrayed spouse says, wow, that was kind of bold. That was really mature of them. And you want to be perceived by your betrayed spouse as mature, as confident, as secure enough to allow the light to shine on you and your choices in a redemptive way to be able to help move forward slowly but surely. Now, a good qualifier. In this moment, it can be extremely unsettling. It is filled with an enormous amount of potential for greatness, but it does have a small potential for things to kind of blow up. And so you have to be careful. You have to be strategic. I will tell you that a majority of betrayed spouses will be very pleased, very happy, very secure, really even relieved to see you as an unfaithful initiate this type of a conversation. There may be a small faction who are of the opinion that says, hey, if I don't bring it up, you don't bring it up. And if I don't bring it up to talk about it, I don't want you to talk about it. And I respect that. I get that. I don't know that it's always healthy, but sometimes it is. And hey, that's your situation. But as a betrayed, I just want to invite you to handle this situation very graciously. Because if you handle this right, I think you'll see more and more of these moments because you handle it well, graciously, and maybe you do have a conversation about whatever it is that maybe you feel led to talk about. The unfaithful feels like, man, that was a great conversation. And when I did that and it went well with Samantha, I started to do it more and more and more. Now that doesn't mean, because I can hear that voice that says, well, if it doesn't go well, are you never going to do it again? I don't know that I'll never do it again. As an unfaithful, I probably won't do it very soon. And so what's vital is that you understand that this is two people working together. There has to be a sense of harmony. And if the unfaithful is willing to take this brave step, I hope that you are able to meet them there and have the conversation that you need to have and have it go really well, with kindness, with compassion, and forward movement. Because I assure you, if you can do this and it goes well, you'll do it more and more and more. And it will be a vital tool to gaining momentum in both of your recoveries.